G'day guys and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my final team update before round 1. Things have changed a fair bit, so with no further ado we get stuck straight into this one. So I've got Dan Houston at D1. Now my reason for that is I feel like all the defenders over 500k are going to lurk around that same price. Only one I could speak for is Sicily. I think he's a little bit underpriced and I do want to start him, but unfortunately, I haven't been able to squeeze him in my side. But blokes like Laird, Daniel, Stewart, etc., they're probably going to stay around that same price and average from anywhere between 95 to 105 kind of thing. So I feel like you're not missing out a whole lot there. I feel like I need to pick some value. So I got Houston. You can say that he's not really a lock just yet. I feel like he is for me, but a lot of people are getting a little bit rattled when Port played the Doggies the other day. People getting rattled. Why is Houston not scoring that good? Well, I watched a bit of that game and it looked like, I don't know why, but for some reason he was tagging Bonampally. I don't think it's a big problem. Something to look for, something to watch, but yeah, I don't really think he's going to tag all that much. I think I'll just try something different. I feel like he's going to be their absolute dominating midfielder along with Travis Spoke. So yeah, I don't mind Houston at all. Same can be said with Doherty. I feel like he's a must-have at this stage. He hasn't really warmed up to the AFL standards yet, but the value's so good that you just can't say no to him. I think I've flirted around with the idea of not starting him, and I don't really like it that much. It hasn't grown on me at all, and yeah, I'm starting Doherty. Johnny Noble, I'm going for some primo rookies here. We've got Noble, Ash, Zerk, Thatcher and Starcevic, all above 40k. I feel like these guys have the greatest job security. Noble and Ash are extremely good by foot. Both of them kicked over 80% in both games in the March series. Plenty to like about those guys. And Zerk Thatcher came from absolutely nowhere. Look, as an Essence supporter, he even surprised me. I didn't know much about him at all, but yeah, he looks terrific. I don't think Hooker's going to come back until round 4 or 5. So hopefully he's got a role. We'll see how we go. He'll definitely play round 1, no doubt about that. He's done everything right. Brand Starcevic, he looks nice. He also uses it extremely well. If he gets his opportunity round 1, I'm going to start him. I'm happy to pay out for rookies because, let's face it, they're shit this year. And yeah, it's been an absolute head case. On to the midfielders now. So, as you'll see straight away, I've only got one Doggies midfielder there. I love Bonampally and I love Dunkley. And at the end of the year, I'm going to have them both. But my logic for this is the Doggies play the Giants twice this year. And both before the bye. Both very, very early. And the ball's going to go straight to Dunkley and Bonampally and tag their ass flat out. And they don't really suit my buys either. Like, the Doggies have that terrible buy, we all know. So I don't feel like they're going anywhere. Be patient. We can wait for them. I don't feel like they're going to skyrocket in prices. They're both pretty expensive. The reason I've got McRae is because he's just an absolute exception. You got to pick McRae. He's a must-have. He never gets tagged, really. Like, if the ball goes to McRae will just go forward or on the wing and get 30 instead of 40 kind of thing. That's kind of how it works. So yeah, you got to have Jackson McRae. Lachie Neale, his first 4 games are so easy. He has good buy structures and he's ceiling. He's expensive, but pay up for him. His first half of the year is a lot better than his second half of the year. So that's my logic with Neale. Set and forget with him. Josh Kelly, all I have to say of this one is full preseason equals full season. Sorry. So if he can play 22 games, he's a red hot chance to win the Brownlow. I'm locking him in at this stage. If anything changes, he'll be out. But at this time and stage, I just can't see me getting rid of him at all. Same can be said with Patrick Cripps, another red-hot Brownlow contender if Carlton win a few games. It's unlikely they do, but this bloke's ceiling is so high. He's in over 50% of teams. Just start him. Don't mess around with Cripps. And Clayton Oliver's a very interesting one. He does play De Boer in round 2. I'm happy to cop that early. I don't care. He's underpriced. He doesn't have to play him for the rest of the season. And yeah, I really like Oliver. He looks good. He's had a full preseason, and I'm really keen to see him have a crack in Melbourne will dramatically improve. I'd like to see that. Matty Rao is a lock. Tom Green, well, if he can play round 1, he's also a lock. He's shown so much over the off-season and community series. Marlon Pickett is the highest owned player in the comp at 71%. If you don't start him, you're absolutely crazy. So, yeah. Rucks, Grundy Gorn, set and forget. I do have Gorn now. If you want to find out why, go check out my player profile. I uploaded one on him today. So definitely have a look at that one if you're interested. But yeah, I feel pretty safe starting Grundy and Gorn. No doubt about that one. On to the forward line now. And straight away you'll be like, where's Whitfield? Well, I'm not sure if I'm sold on him. He's in just under 60% of sides. And a lot of people are picking him. But he is very injury prone. He burnt me last year. And I don't feel like they're must-haves. Like, Heaney was a must-have this time last year. And he burnt us all. So, I'm not one to get sucked into all that stuff. I like to sort of pick player of differences. I'm happy with Martin at F1. He's a very safe guy. You know what you're going to get from him every week. Petrarca, I'm not quite sure how he goes. I think he had 25 centre-bounce attendances on the weekend and only scored around 80. So he got his opportunities. He didn't really use them that well. But I can't get past his first game against the Crows. Absolutely tore him a new one. So he's in my side unless I hear anything else about him. Tom Lynch, he's so underpriced. I think he can lift up his game. I really like him. I think he's going to win the Coleman this year. A lot of people have said that. I'm backing him for the Coleman and Paddy Cripps the Brownlow. That's sort of how I'm rolling at this stage. I feel like he can push towards over 450k at least. And I feel safe picking him. You know, I'd rather pick him than Jack Stephen. Less injury prone, less of a risk. Andy Brayshaw, well, doesn't he look terrific? He played 2 outstanding Marsh games, and Nat Fyfe has been pumping his tyres like there's no tomorrow. So I'm very happy with this pick, and yeah, I can't really see him leaving my side. He does butcher it a little bit. He sort of kicks around that 65 to 70%, maybe a little bit higher he should aim for, but nonetheless, definitely underpriced. And if anyone's going to break out this year, it's this bloke. Devon Smith, if you don't have this bloke, you're going to lose. He's a gun. Speaking on behalf of an Essendon fan, he is going to be a really, really good player. He should play full-blown midfield. He lays tackles like there's no tomorrow. And that's what gives you all the points. I can't see myself not picking this bloke whatsoever. He's a lock. And we got Brander. Well, he played on the wing on the weekend. He did a really good job. I think he can keep that role. They seem to like him there. He uses it really well. And yeah, the rookies are a bit of a nightmare. I'm happy to field one of them in the forward line just in case there's a surprise like Buderick. I might be able to field him at some stage. But yeah, that's the team at the moment. I've no doubt that's going to change maybe a little bit at least next week. Very excited for round 1, but yeah, it is very unfortunate that there's going to be no spectators at the game. I just don't know what that's going to look like. It's going to be absolutely bizarre. But yeah, I'm not sure about the coronavirus sort of thing. I haven't really done that much research. I don't really know all that much about it. Maybe I should. But yeah, it seems to be really affecting the AFL, and I sort of hoped that they would, postpone 5 rounds and then play like Anzac Day and then finish off with a 17-round season and go from there. But yeah, that sort of maximum 500 spectator a game rule is just absolutely bizarre, and it's going to be really weird seeing Richmond and Carlton with 2 bees and a bird in the crowd, if that. So, yeah, going to be very unusual, but nonetheless, Supercoach is very close, and I am so keen for it. Super addicted to this game. It is a lifestyle. I love it. And bring on 2020. I'm keen for a good year. And on that note, guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.